Hey guys, I'm Alex from technoclass.com, and today we're checking out something very cool. This is the Cherry Mobile P1 Mini. Now from the portrait you can tell that it looks like a very basic feature phone, but it does actually have a special feature where it can pair via Bluetooth to smartphones and retrieve messages or reply to text or take calls, check out your phone book and stuff like that via Bluetooth, so you don't have to access your more expensive smartphone in public places. You can pull this out and use it. It is very handy because you don't want to attract attention to an expensive smartphone. So as you can see right there, there's a bunch of features, 1.77 inch QVGA LCD display and stuff like that. But yeah, that's a really nice feature on it. We're gonna check it out right now. See you guys after the break. Alright, so I don't think I've mentioned that the price is 799 pesos, so it's actually very affordable. It is the price of a basic feature phone, but it does have that Bluetooth feature that I was talking about, so that is really nice. So it's got a bunch of plastics here and there. Let's just check that out right now. And the battery is already in there, but there's a button, there's a power switch right there, and then let's turn it on. There we go. Alright, so it's booting up. Let's look at the other parts of the box right now. It's a very simple box. And this is your power charger, wall socket thingamajig. Let's get that out. Hello. Alright, there we go. Alright, so that's a power adapter with a micro USB external port thing. And the power adapter gives you 500 milliamps. Not the fastest charging, but this is a very small device that doesn't need a lot of power anyway. Here is what looks like a P1 user manual. We're gonna take that away, and that's it for the box. Let's look at the phone itself. Alright guys, so as you can see, this is the Cherry Mobile P1 Mini itself. It is a very handy little device, about the size of my palm right here, a bunch of maybe even playing card or whatever. So that is the interface right there. There's the T9 numpad inputs, as you can see. So let's look at the parts here. That is the 1.77 inch LCD display. There's a speaker grill right there because you can put this next to your face because you can take calls on it. A P1 logo over there, and these are the keys and the microphone over there. As you can see, T9 input keys, sort of a semi-transparent icon thing, sort of a jelly look, and the D-pad, D-pad right there, up, down, left, right, and stuff. And there's the selection button. The icon, the lettering on the keys themselves are kind of interesting because they're like pixelated, kind of like a retro 8-bit vibe. But yeah, that is interface. Pretty easy to press the button, so don't worry about that. And the display is fairly large enough and fairly good to read. So that's it. Over on the left side, there is nothing, but there is the micro SD card slot and SIM slot. I'll show you that in a bit. Over on the bottom, there's an on-off switch. That's very interesting because you cannot remove the battery. Let me get that to focus. There's an on-off switch because you cannot remove the battery. So if you want to turn it off, and if it hangs for some reason, you just slide that out. This is the micro USB slot for charging. And on the right side, there is nothing. It's a fairly basic design here. There's a lanyard port, right, a slot right there, so if you want to hang it on something, a keychain or whatever. And that's about it for the sides. Over on the back, we have the VGA camera, a VGA camera logo over there, Cherry Mobile logo right there, and this is your SIM thingy. Alright, so removing the SIM card tray, you can see there's a single regular SIM slot and a micro SD card slot. I've put my micro SD in there, so that's about it. Just close it like this, and there you go. So that's it for the parts. Let's look at the interface right now. Alright guys, so here is the interface of the P1 Mini. As you can see, you can unlock it like that. And as you can see, you can press this guy to go to the names. You can press this guy to go to the menu. And then you can navigate via the D-pad over there. So as you can see, the menu goes into messages, phone book, call center, multimedia, file manager, image viewer, audio player, sound recorder, FM radio. Now I have to say something about the FM radio here because it's not that it doesn't work, but it says please plug in earphone, but you don't have an earphone jack anywhere except for the micro USB slot, which means you probably need a micro USB headset for the FM radio to work, which is kind of weird. And obviously you cannot even plug a typical headset to listen to music either. But we'll get to that later. So as you can see, user profile, that's for audio, an organizer, calendar alarm, and world clock. Let's see here. Services goes into SIM toolkit. Settings have phone settings, time, date, language, blah, blah, blah. Security settings, phone security, connectivity, Bluetooth. We'll talk about that later. And of course, our store settings gives you that. The camera here is, of course, the VGA camera. Let's turn that on. It's a very, very low quality camera, but that is to be expected. A very inexpensive phone right here. Also, it's raining outside. Sorry if you're hearing that rain. Alright, the extras give you ebook reader and calculator. I don't know what the ebook reader supports, but we're not going to check that out. Alright, so as for the games, there's one game called Ninja Climb. It's kind of a weird little game. You just go about killing ninjas that are climbing by pressing the 5 button. It's kind of a weird game. I don't know. It's not a very... I don't know, I would prefer Tetris, but yeah, that's a game. Cherry Zone gives you Fun Club and e-warranty, and that's it for the menus. Alright, so we did mention before that the P1 Mini has its own media player, so right now we're going to just play some music right here. These are the stuff that is inside my SD card in there, so you can play music with your SD card, and that's what it sounds like right there. Not bad. It's using the speakers right here. You can lower the volume or increase the volume by the buttons right here, as you can see. And that's how it works. And it'll also work via Bluetooth, so I'll show you that in a bit. But as you can see, that works right there. You can just turn that off, and there you go. So right now, we're going to pair it with a phone and show you how the Bluetooth thing works. Alright guys, so here we are back, and this is the Omega HD 2.0, the Cherry mobile phone. This is one of the very few phones that support the Bluetooth message access profile. Most phones do not have it, but this one has it. You have to check your Bluetooth settings if you have it. So of course what you want to do is turn on Bluetooth connections first. As you can see on my power widget there, the Bluetooth is on. I'm going to click the Bluetooth settings here so we can see what settings we have. And it should show up with some available devices. The available devices should show the Cherry Mobile P1. We're not going to pair it just yet. We're going to press the menu button. And as you can see, there's an advanced settings here. We're going to go there. And as you can see, there is a remote message access option. Now, if your phone does not have advanced settings or remote message access, then you do not have texting via Bluetooth. So you will have calling, will have phone book, you will have media via Bluetooth, but not texting. If you have remote message access, it might work. Some phones that have a message access profile sometimes do not work as well. So it is a very selective type of technology. So right now we have the remote message access on, and then the SIM one, that's my personal preference. And right now we're going to pair both devices. So we just tap on the Cherry Mobile P1 and we're going to pair them both. And it's going to ask for a confirmation message really quickly. Takes a couple of seconds. Don't worry about, waiting a little bit. Alright, so now there's a remote message authorization request. We're just going to allow that. That allows for your text to be read by the P1 Mini. Now there's another request. There's this Bluetooth PBAP, which reads your phone book. So as you can see right here, we're just going to allow that. And if you swipe down, as you can see, there says it's accessing your media stuff. So we're just going to put this over here and look at the P1 Mini right now. So looking at the P1 Mini, you'll see that there's a status right here. It says Omega HD 2.0 connected. That means your phone is connected. Now, since we allowed the PBAP, the phone book access, we're just going to go to the names. And by going to the phone book on the Bluetooth side, you'll see that my phone book from my Android phone has loaded onto the P1 Mini via Bluetooth. So you can find out the phone numbers from your contacts without having to copy them manually onto the P1 Mini. That is the PBAP. Most phones support the PBAP. Alright, so now that we know that the phone book works, we're going to check the messages. And as you can see right here, I do not have any local messages, but if I go to my BT, you can check out the inbox I have on my Android phone. Now you can also write a message here, And by going to the send to option, you can see, for example, blah blah blah. I'm going to enter a number, and then it'll ask you send by local or send by Bluetooth. So if you go send by Bluetooth, it'll send it via your Android phone SIM that you assign to your message access profile, which is nice. You can actually access all your sent messages from your Android phone as well, and you'll see that here in the local and Bluetooth. That's very handy. You'll see all of the messages you have on your Android phone, which is really nice. You don't have to fish your Android phone from your pocket. Now you can also make a call. So if you press the call button right here, you can see that your previous calls on your Android phone is also listed, and you can make you can dial number here, and then press options and then call, and then you'll see Bluetooth call as well. So you can forward calls onto your Bluetooth device, this P1 Mini. You don't have to touch your Android phone at all. That's very, very handy. So that's some of the features, and as you've noticed, the Bluetooth works, the phone book, the phone book works, the calling works, and the texting works on the P1 Mini right now. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like when you play some music from your Android phone via the P1 Mini. Alright guys, so here we are. We're playing a song from our Android phone, and as you can see, if I change the part of the song, it actually shifts the song. If I change the song track, it'll actually change the track as well. And it's playing through this guy, the P1 Mini right now, as you can see right there. So we're gonna put this to sleep, and we're gonna use the media player from here. So we'll go to the music, multimedia. Let's find that music player. So it should be audio. Oh, that's not it. Audio player right here. So Bluetooth music, we can actually start playing right now, and then we can change the music track. You can see sometimes the name of the song actually shows up. Of course, you can pick local music if you want, but let's go back to Bluetooth music. Sorry, Bluetooth music right here, and you can change songs and stuff. You can increase volume, and while you're doing that, if you look at your Android phone and go to the music player, the track as well. Sorry. Alright, we're back to this. Change the music right here. The audio track on the Android phone will change as well. So that's very handy. Very, very cool. So you can listen to music from your Android phone on this P1 Mini. Unfortunately though, there is no headphone jack. So it's gonna be public audio. You can't listen to music on a personal level, even on Bluetooth. But yeah, it's pretty handy. You can control your music playback with the P1 Mini. Listen on the P1 Mini instead of your Android phone. Although you cannot use a headset for that. Alright guys, so that's about it for the Cherry Mobile P1 Mini. I think it's a very cool little product, and it's only 799 pesos, so it's very affordable. It's a great little Bluetooth device for your Android phone. And if you can get the message access protocol, the Bluetooth texting working, then you have a really nice little texting guy with physical buttons, so it's much easier to text for some people than a touchscreen phone. So yeah, we're going to talk about the pros and cons right now. So number one is it's a great decoy for thieves and robbers. Of course, we have to be careful about losing our phones or being held up at gunpoint or at knife point or whatever. And if you can use this guy as a decoy, you can give this to the robber or the thief, and you will not lose your Android phone if you just give this to them. And you don't have to show that phone, because you can still call and text with this P1 Mini, and they will not notice the difference unless they are very savvy about technology and know what the P1 Mini does. Number two, it's a very affordable basic phone. It's a single SIM phone, so you can still use it like that, and it's a Bluetooth dialer for your Android device. So you don't necessarily need a Bluetooth dialer, but yeah, it is handy, and it's a nice buttons for calling and stuff. Number three, it supports calling, texting, music, and phone book via Bluetooth. Of course, the texting does not work on all things, but it is a very feature-packed product for only 799 pesos. And also, one of the pros is also it can work as a standalone phone. So if you need a pretty decent feature phone For 799 pesos, this is not bad. There's a VGA camera as well and music playback. So we're talking about the cons here. There is no 3.5mm headset jack, so you can't really listen to music or put a headset on it unless maybe you have a micro USB headset on there. I don't have one, so I can't really test it. Number two, the FM radio doesn't work because it requires you to plug in a headset, but I can't unless the micro USB thing works. I haven't tested it. Number three, very few phones support the have compatibility with the message access protocol. So as you can see right here, the Omega HD 2.0 works, but I've tested it on the Flare HD, Apollo, Star Mobile Crystal, Titan Pro, and the Rave 2.0. And those do not have message access profiles, or they don't work. The ones that have the message access profiles. Currently, we've tested it on the Omega HD 2.0, the LG G2, and those work. And some people say that the Flare and the Blaze 2.0 work as well. So if you have those phones, this is a nice accessory for that. So yeah, that's the Cherry Mobile P1 Mini. It's a nice, like an accessory for your smartphone, and it's a good decoy for thieves and robbers as well. So somebody's starting their car outside. Anyway, I'm Alex from thetechnoclass.com. That is the Cherry Mobile P1 Mini. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and as always, if you liked the video, please press the like button below. Add it to your favorites and or share it to your friends. If you got something to say, drop a comment in the comment box as well. Of course, more importantly, you should hit the subscribe button on top. This will keep you up to date with our new uploads and helps us out tremendously too. That's it guys, see you next video.